Hello,
Hello.
hello, hello. Welcome to Cambly. My name's Peter. What's your name?
My name is Supali.
Supali. Okay, Supali, an Indian name. Am I right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So, how can I help you today?
Actually, today only I have just subscribed Cambly because of my IELTS preparation. And
Oh, right. Mhm.
yeah, so actually I have given 3 times that IELTS exam, but I could not score like whatever my expectation is. So that's why for my preparation I have just started this.
Okay. So, what do you want to get?
I just want to score whenever I prepare something as I am an IT professional, I don't know where I am lacking. Those kind of mistakes I want to know so that I can do well in my exams and I can prepare for the English speaking countries.
Okay. So, you've done the tests before. You say you've done them already,
Yeah, 3 times,
right? And what did you get in the speaking?
6.5 every
Okay,
time.
you get 6.5 every time.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me tell you. One moment. I have to make notes. I have quite a few IELTS students now. Actually, 6.5. Score. Okay, so if you want to get above 6.5, for example, if you want to get a 7,
7 and above is
then
required for me.
right. Well, 7 and above is hard. To get 7 and above, well, especially 7.5 and above,
Yes.
you have to start having really quite accurate grammar.
Yeah, that's why.
Um,
That's why only I just subscribed because I could not get where I am lacking and whatever the grammar mistakes I'm doing myself. I cannot able to recognize those mistakes.
Well, there are anything for a 7 and above, you have to have these 4 types of language, which I'm writing for you. 4 types of language must be present in your answers. So let me just write it
Okay.
for you. So if any of these types of language have not been in your answer, then you will automatically not get a 7. Uh,
Okay.
so solve these issues and you're well on your way.
Okay. This like collocations yeah, and the phrasal verbs, idioms.
So I'm not going to waste your minutes explaining these to you. You
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
find them yourself very easily by
Yeah.
simply Google searching, and you can download, especially for discourse markers and collocations, you can download lists of these words. And
Okay.
you'll see them and you'll go, oh, right, yeah, I know these. And then you can, you just stick them up in your kitchen or wherever is convenient for you and practice using these words in different sentences. The other thing to do to improve is to do lots of topic practice
Yeah.
because it's very, very easy to find. I mean, look, hold on. If you type in uh, into a Google search, if you just type in something like, see, that's exam part 1 examples. You can type in something like 20 IELTS speaking part 1 or part 2, speaking part 2 2020. You type that into a Google search and
That's
you will get
okay.
a lot of sites, and you can go to these sites and practice the topics in your own time. And then if you come to Cambly and say practice with me, then I will put you through these tests and I will make you speak and deal with your grammar.
Okay.
Uh, and then of course we also have on Cambly, we have these topics that are in these lessons which are interactive. So if I just take one, you mentioned you're in the IT world. If I just open this up, here we
Okay.
have part 2. Um, I won't go through all the slides because we won't have time, but what I can show you is, for example, this is where you want to be, band 7. Notice that your grammar does not have to be perfect.
Oh yeah.
Lots of vocabulary is the key, and speaking clearly. Your English is quite clear, actually, which is good, because oftentimes Indian speakers have a lot of what is called language interference, whereby your own dialects interfere with the pronunciation of English, but yours is pretty good, so that's all
Yeah.
right for you, good for
You
you.
know what happens? Sometimes when I try to make good sentence, that time something going on my mind, and that actually makes me doing those mistakes. So I just want to conquer those things. It's like I have to speak and I have to correct my sentence together. When I try to do together these things, it's like blunder.
That makes it more difficult.
Yeah.
Yes, well, what you can do is you can learn strategies for dealing with the IELTS test situation. Learning how to give good part 1 answers, learning how to give a high standard part 2 answer, knowing how to use discourse markers to give a really excellent part 3 answer. These are the kinds of things you can learn interactively on a site like Cambly. That's what you would do with me anyway. I can't speak for any other tutor on Cambly, but that's what I do.
Okay.
Your picture's gone, by the way, because your connection's not very good. But I hope I can still hear you.
Okay, okay, okay.
I can still hear you. Have a look at this vocabulary, Supali, and tell me if you know all these words.
Yeah, noun is like gadgets. I know all those gadgets, like my phone, my tab, anything. And
Any what? Go
techy,
on.
convenient, portable, handy. I am like aware of those.
Good, good. And the other words? I just want to check that you know these
Friendly,
words.
I know. To have the whole word in my pocket, I know. Opening experience, I know. Gradually, moreover, in the words, actually, I know everything.
Good. These are words that are in the list of words called discourse markers.
Okay.
Linking words is a bit vague, but that's what they are, and there are lots of them. The more you can use, the better.
Okay.
Okay, so here's some. Be careful with your tenses when you are speaking, your grammar. If you're asked to talk about something in part 2, describe an interesting holiday, then it's going to be mostly past simple, not past continuous, but past simple tense. There's these irregular verbs. Hopefully you know these.
Yeah, these are past.
These are past forms. That's right. Yeah, past simple forms actually.
Past simple.
Using proper stress, you're okay with that, so I'm not going to waste your time with that. Describe a time. See if you can do this. I'll put you on the clock. Describe a time when you started using a new device, such as a computer or phone. You should say what it was, why you started using it, was it difficult, and how helpful it was.
Yeah.
Okay, and normally you would have a minute to make notes, of course, as you know.
Yeah.
If you want, you can make some notes.
As we have limited time, so I'll just start speaking.
All right, well, I know how to time it, so you would be okay, but go, 2 minutes.
Okay. Okay.
So you start, Supali, you start by introducing the idea. So the first thing you will say will be something like, today I would like to talk about a new device, a new computer that I bought recently. Something like that, whatever it happens to be.
Today, I would like to share my experience when I started working on my first laptop that I actually bought in 2009. That was my first experience with my own gadget, and actually I'm pretty much attached to that laptop. What happens? I was doing my master's in computer. That time, my parents had given to me that laptop, and during my studies, I was not used to do much work on that. But as soon as I get my job, then I started working on that. And it's like I belong to IT industry, so most of the time I spend with my laptop only. So at that laptop, it's been 10 years. I still have that one, and it's I am really attached to that. I don't work on that laptop because I have another one, and nowadays the technology is increased. So now I have one standard laptop, but I am not trying to leave that laptop. So this was my first laptop, and when first I started, it was pretty quite difficult for me because before that I haven't used any laptop. But after that, I became used to that, and it was really helpful for me because it's has given me the way so that I can do everything well. And with my laptop and that internet connection, it makes my life quite easier so that I can I was able to search everything. Every information was with me. It's like I was having a source of.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Yeah. No. Don't worry about getting stopped at 2 minutes. The important thing is that you spoke for 2 minutes, and that's really good. Okay. Some corrections there. I never can remember. I linear process like any normal brain, so I can't remember what your mistake and my correction at the same time. These are the corrections. What happened was, so blah blah blah. Yeah, I was joining this course, and what happened was I needed to get a laptop, something like that. My parents gave me. You use give, so my parents gave. Call that an error rather than a mistake. I was not used to using a laptop. I hadn't used a laptop before.
Okay.
That's with the past of have in the negative, and we can say much easier or quite easy. Those are the two alternatives. So you wouldn't say quite easier, you would say much easier.
Okay.
Or a bit easier. You can say that as well, a bit easier. Yeah, I can see kind of what I can hear, I should say, why you're getting a 6.5. You've hit the glass ceiling at 6.5. It's common. To push your language forward, I see the time's running out. To push your language forward, go to those 4 types of language that I put in the chat window for you. I will send it. I've got a student, reserve student now, so it'll be half an hour, and then I'll send you a message to remind you of these areas of language, and I'll send you a link to my page, so my schedule. So if you want to make a reservation with me, I'll be happy to help you get to a 7. Okay, we'll try to get you to a 7. Anyway. There are no guarantees in this world, Supali, as you know.
Yeah, but I can. I just want to make my best. I just want to put.
Absolutely, definitely. Okay, well, if you're happy and you learned today something today,